Welcome to a very special Wednesday edition of Ringside Reporter Podcast. All right, so we got some news here last night, basically. It was late last night and kind of today. They kind of confirmed everything. Deontay Wilder has confirmed via his social media that he will be facing Luis Ortiz next. A venue and a date has not been chosen, although... what is it, September, B? Everybody's speculating September in L.A.?
What's been being put out there is it's September. They don't really have a venue, but L.A. has been mentioned as well, from what I've heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. So, yeah, I'm hearing L.A. and I think it's September, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, man. So I'm pretty bummed about this because, listen, it was a knockout in the first fight. It wasn't like anybody's clamoring to see, a sequel here. Nobody wants to see this fight. I mean, we all want to see the Joshua fight. We want to see the Fury fight. Nobody wants to see it. It's kind of a wasted fight. I have a bigger problem with him not waiting for the outcome of Saturday night to negotiate with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're going to do this in September, I mean, that's plenty of time. It's not like Luis Ortiz is going anywhere. It's not like, Luis Ortiz is looking at his watch saying, hey, you got to fight me and I'm on a timeline. If you don't take this fight, I'm going to go. He's got nowhere else to go. What's the hurry? What's the hurry for Wilder? I don't understand why he has to hurry this up and make this fight with Ortiz. He doesn't want he doesn't want the Joshua fight. I mean, that's clearly. I mean, to me, that's pretty clear.
I think he doesn't want it this year. I think he wants to fight him next year. I think he believes that the fight is bigger next year. I mean, and I think we're being played. I think both sides really want the fight next year. I don't even think Eddie Hearn wants the fight next, like he says he does. I think it's just all hype. I think both sides are playing us. And they like the back and forth between the fans because they feel it musters up more interest for the fight itself. At the end of the day, I don't like this fight with Ortiz. I'm not excited about it. I really, really can't get interested in it. But I know what's going on here. I'm starting to not really care as much as I did before. I'm not getting as frustrated with it as much as I did before because I feel very strongly the fight's going to happen next year. I just really believe that. I believe each guy. I think what will happen is, regardless of what Eddie Hearn is telling you about Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury, I don't think that fight's going to happen. I think Anthony Joshua will probably fight Dillian Whyte next, and I think Wilder obviously will fight Ortiz, and then I think we'll move on to next year, and I think the fight will happen next year. I think. Both sides believe that the fight will grow, it will become bigger, and I think the sell-by date will definitely be next year. I don't think it'll get any bigger than it could after next year. But I think after that, then the fight's going to have to happen. This whole back and forth about this guy's ducking that guy, this guy's afraid of that guy, blah, 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 blah. We've seen this all before. There was a time when Anthony Joshua was saying that he doesn't need Wilder, Wilder needs him. Now all of a sudden, Eddie Hearn's coming out and acting all desperate, and he's concerned that Anthony Joshua could lose. He's coming out and saying he's concerned that he's afraid that Andrew Ruiz could upset the apple cart and all this and that.
Well, that's just promoter talk. I mean, he's got to hype that fight. I mean, because nobody thinks Ruiz has a chance.
Yeah, so that's probably what he's doing. But then he also came out and said he's afraid of Wilder too. Like Wilder, he's afraid of Wilder too. Like Wilder could beat Joshua. Like so, I don't know. Like, what is all this anxiety and this desperation coming from? It wasn't like this a couple months ago. What changed to make it like this? Is this basically the new strategy now, like to try to make Wilder out to be the ducker or be the guy avoiding the fight because the narrative before was that AJ was the guy that didn't want the fight? So it's almost as if Eddie Hearn is using the Deontay Wilder side's playbook from last year, and he's using it now because he saw how successful it was for Deontay Wilder and how a lot of people were kind of really critical of AJ, and they were, criticizing AJ for not wanting to fight and trying to lowball Wilder and all this and that. And he saw how much it did for Wilder in terms of increasing his popularity. So now he's doing like the same thing. Now he's even saying that he hopes Joshua will question Wilder's manhood and kind of call him a coward and stuff after the fight and question his heart and all this and that. Sort of like what Wilder was doing to Joshua last year. So it's almost as if we've come full circle here, and now the roles are almost reversed now, and Eddie Hearn's trying to take a page out of the Deontay Wilder team's playbook. But here's one thing that I don't like, and let me just shout out Joel O. Thank you so much, my friend.
Joel O.
If it's pay-per-view, will you buy it? Absolutely. I used to buy every pay-per-view. I bought Mosley versus Moore, but now, unless it's a huge fight, I'm not paying. Well, you know me, Joel. I'm a degenerate. I buy them all. I bought Roy Jones versus Bobby Gunn. That tells you where I'm at.
I would have bought it, except it wasn't on DirecTV.
Yeah.
And I'll probably buy it too because I suck. I can't even live with myself anymore. I'll probably buy the fight, but honestly, man, unless it's a good undercard, I might not. I don't know, man. It's not a fight that even appeals to me. We've seen it.
What? Wilder Ortiz?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this too. So the one thing that hasn't changed, and I talked about it earlier today, is Eddie Hearn still has to feel the need to continue to try to downgrade and belittle Wilder and his team. He already knows that didn't work before. Why does he continue to do it? I just don't understand it. The whole thing with the 6,000 tickets, and once again, I made the phone calls and I proved that was bullshit. So all the lazy people that were believing Eddie Hearn yesterday and calling me a hater and this and that. I mean, I just don't.
Can we say this? Can we say this though? We don't know. I mean, because and I heard you contradict that, but at the same time, if I'm playing devil's advocate here,
yeah.
We don't know about the 6,000 tickets. We don't even know if they were. We don't know what was comped and what wasn't comped.
So if you don't know something, why would someone come out and say that they were when he doesn't know?
Listen, man. We don't know. We're not privy to that information.
But Eric,
I'm not saying he is.
But Eric, honestly, again,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
7,000
6,000 tickets were comped. 100% no.
No, he said 7,000 tickets were comped because if only 6,000 people pay.
Yeah, that's even worse. No, I don't believe that was the case.
Yeah. Do we know how many were comped? No, because the boxing director of New York doesn't even know how many people were comped.
What do you say? The Department of Taxation is the only one that knows that, and they're not going to give that information.
And he said they're not going to give that to us.
No.
So this is the problem, and Steve Kim said this before too, and I think Michael Montero touched upon it. I think Steve Kim went in depth about it. Well, he says, because I talked to him the first time he was on the show about Mike Coppinger and basically releasing stuff, that just putting things out there without verifying it. And he also said, people will say that an event is papered, whether it could be someone at a PBC event or it could be someone at a Top Rank event that could be anti-Top Rank, or a guy that at the PBC could be anti-PBC, and they'll just come out and say, they'll come out with a number saying, this event's papered, only such and such people paid, whatever. And that's what happens a lot. We've seen it a lot. Dan Raphael, I'm going to name drop, and I don't care. He's notorious for doing it.
Donald Trump is notorious for doing that stuff. Saying, hey, this happened, I heard this, and it's, and everybody takes it and runs with it like it's the gospel truth. And he has no proof either. He heard it from somebody else or whatever the case may be. And do you remember, I think I know I did it, but I can't remember if you did it too. I called up the Nevada State Athletic Commission when Mayweather and McGregor fought, and I got the numbers, and I got the numbers there. Right.
And I think I was able to get the comps for that event. I think there was like 2,600 comps out of 15,000 tickets sold.
But like you said, different commission.
Well, the reason why I was able to get it is there's no state tax in Nevada.
Right.
So they don't. So it doesn't have to be reported to the taxation department over there because they only pay federal tax. That's the only way I was able to get it. So,
thank you in the chat. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, thank you so much, my friend.
That's awesome, man.
That is very, very kind of you, and we really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And this is why, we got some plans too. We're trying to. Eric and I are always trying to upgrade the show, and we got some plans we're working on to try to continue to improve the show. And the money helps. I'm telling you, the money helps.
Very, very soon.
Yeah, the money helps. With equipment and stuff. We're not, we understand that, boxing is free usually on the web, but it's good to help us out every now and then, because if you help us out, it allows us to do more shows, and it allows us to do better shows, and it allows us to allow you guys to be engaged, because these new upgrades are going to be better for you guys too. The listening experience is going to be better for you. And we keep saying it, but the Skype will be here. And when the Skype, and we could use the Skype right now, but we don't want shitty sound quality.
That's the thing. And you're right. And be just to piggyback off your point, if I can interject something here.
Absolutely.
How many shows have you done today?
I've done 2 videos today already.
This is your 3rd video, yeah?
It's my 3rd show.
This is Beeb's 3rd show today. This is my 1st show today. And we had a show for you yesterday. We'll have another show for you on Friday. We'll have the live cast on Saturday. We'll have the show on Sunday. Listen, man, the point I'm trying to make here is it's a lot of work. And it's not, it's work, but it's not work. It's fun to us. This is like our hobby. This
is
fun.
What
we like to do. But we also want to give you guys a good experience. So we have to, like Beeb said, upgrade equipment and stuff like that. I know there's some too far apart. Yeah, Tommy Temper. Yeah, I get it. I know the volume levels there's an issue with the volume levels, and we're definitely working on that, and we hope to have that solved by this weekend. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get everything upgraded and stop hating on hockey, Eric.
Thank you, Dale.
Thank you so much, man. But that's what we try to do, and that's the purpose of the super chats and all that other good stuff and everything like that. So, but we definitely appreciate it. I find it like I said, just humbling that people are in England, listen to us, and they stay up till 2 a.m, or people give us super chats, or people just show up in the chat and show up and listen to what we have to say on a daily/weekly basis. So,
and contrary to what people think, and we can't control always what the moderators do, because it's their job to watch the chat, but right. Eric and myself, we're probably like 2 of the only people on YouTube that really don't block and delete comments unless you really get like racial, or you get really.
There's always exceptions.
Yeah, we have a very high tolerance, and we allow people to say what they want for the most part. And people call us names. How many people call me names when I'm doing those hangouts? And
oh my God!
And then people don't call Eric names that much, but Jason's always making fun of Eric in the chat, calling them names.
I'm always making fun of Jason, but we go back and forth. And listen, man, I've got a pretty thick skin, so if you're gonna dish it, I can dish it too. Yeah. So,
thank you, Alex T. Thank you, Al Heyman.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Al Heyman.
Thank you, Al Heyman. Support the channel. Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. I'm telling you, though, every little bit helps, man.
Absolutely, man. Very good.
No, you won't. Someone called me an oblong head today. They made fun of my long face.
What?
And they didn't get blocked. So.
What's wrong with your face?
I have like a long. I have like a Jay Leno chin. Some people don't like it. A lot of the girls like it. So I don't care. As long as the girls like it, I don't care.
You're a very handsome man, Beeb. Don't let anybody tell you different.
I appreciate that. I don't care what a bunch of degenerate men that stay home every Friday night think of me in the chat. So,
hey, look on the bright side. You can look like me. There you go.
Stop. You look like Eric Estrada from Chips, man. Come on, you're a legend.
I'm a very handsome man too. No question about that. Chandler in the chat says that AJ's been ducking Wilder for years. Is this? This is as clear to me as it gets. You have an opportunity. We really do have an opportunity to sit down with Joshua, hammer this thing out. And if what's the worst that could happen? So you don't fight him? Okay, you don't come to terms? Great. Boom. Yeah. So you move on to Ortiz then, or you move on to Konoski then. This is fairly cut and dry. This is, if you want a definition of a duck, this would be it. No?
I just don't see it like that. I could see how it could be perceived as that. But the thing about it is, and I said this a long time ago, I just don't call fight. I never use that word when it comes to boxing. I just don't think these guys are afraid of each other. I just think when fights don't get made, the bottom line is it usually comes down to money. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how much money is at stake because he's not there. He's not even at the table. And Coach C says, "How do I know who has time to waste?" What are you talking about? Are you talking about Luis Ortiz has no time to waste? Trust me, he's got plenty of time to waste. And Coach C said I'm bugging, whatever that means. But
it means you're tripping.
I'm tripping. Oh my goodness.
My mind is tripping. I'm not souped. Everybody's talking stuff about me.
Wasn't that in the 80s? Wasn't that Bobby Brown in the 80s?
I'm not souped. No, that's Troop.
Was that Troop?
That group Troop.
I thought that was Bobby Brown.
Nah, man.
Oh, we got to look
they
that up.
Say illegal tripping. My mind is slipping. I'm not souped.
But I mean, if all things equal, does it look like? Let me phrase it a different way. Does it look like Wilder has no interest in the fight?
It looks like Wilder
by his actions.
Well, again, you know what? Yes. But the thing is this. Do you remember when AJ, about 8 months ago, was acting the same way Wilder's acting now? Now, again, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No, but what did he do, though? I mean, they sat down and at least negotiated. They at least tried.
Well, he didn't negotiate. Eddie Hearn negotiated.
Well, sure. That's how it works, though.
And he wasn't really. He wasn't voting. I mean, but he was about. I don't need Wilder. Wilder needs me. I'm in no rush. This fight could happen in 2020. Remember, he said he wanted the fight to happen in 2020. Blah blah. And again, 2 wrongs will make a right. But what I think is going on right now is Wilder is giving him a taste of his own medicine, because now all of a sudden they've seen that. Now AJ's huge. You'll never hear me down. I will never downgrade AJ.
Yeah,
I think I love what AJ's been doing lately. I love how I said I can't say it enough. How I love how he's been really open and really ingratiating the press, and I love how he's been acting, leading up to this fight and making his debut in New York. But here's the thing, and I've said it and I'll say it again. Even though AJ is still ahead of Wilder in terms of popularity, I think pretty much he's stagnated a little bit, and he sees Wilder ever since Wilder fought Fury. That's when I think Joshua's like, wow, maybe there are other avenues besides me. Maybe I'm not the only show in town. I just think that Wilder has gained ground while Joshua has pretty much stayed where he was. So you go back a year, Joshua's still in the same spot he was a year ago, whereas Wilder's like 10 miles ahead. And now all of a sudden Wilder's saying to himself, oh, so now they want me. They told me I was a nobody 8 months ago, but now all of a sudden I'm a somebody, but yet they still want to give me back. Wilder's taking this personal. And I know we like to say, well, it's not business, it's not personal, it's business, and you should be able to put the personal behind you, but I don't know, man. The way they were freaking really downplaying him, I don't know, man. Like, it gets to a point where you can only take so much, and then after that, it's like, fuck you, Same thing with Mayweather. Like, Mayweather and Arum, they couldn't even talk either. Like, sometimes, like, the wounds cut real deep, and I just think, I think for Wilder, this is personal for him. So he's like, okay, so now they want me now, but before I was a nobody. Now all of a sudden they're desperate for the fight, Let them sweat it out now. Let them feel like I felt like 8 months ago. Now, again, is that right? Does that make sense? Does that justify would I do it? No, because I love money. I can put the personal. I've done business with people I hated before too. Like I can work with people I hate. I don't like it, but I can do it because I realize it's work. Like when it comes to business, I can separate business from the personal. But it comes to a point where maybe they just went too far at Wilder, in his opinion, and he just said, "Fuck this."
I will tell you this. I will tell you this, that they have definitely changed their tune. Because 8 months ago, it's like you said, 8 months ago, listen, Wilder has come a long way in 8 months. He's doing a lot of great promotion. He's doing a lot of this, a lot of that. And he's now starting to get noticed in the public and starting to become bigger and bigger in the U.S.
It's amazing what he's done in 8 months.
It really is. And I've always said it. I mean, he's a great promoter. God, I could talk to that guy for hours, man.
Great self-promoter. He's amazing what he's done for his career.
Right. You could talk to that guy for hours. And you could, like when I was talking to him, it was just like I had known him forever. I mean, he's got that kind of personality. He's got that charisma. You know what I mean?
He's a very likable person.
Very likable. I mean,
he's very upbeat, very upbeat, positive, friendly.
Sure.
I like him.
I do too.
I like AJ too.
He can't sell out in his home town. Coach C says that the Big Baby Miller fight was son. Madison Square Garden is going to sell out on Saturday. It's only like 1,000 tickets away from selling out now.
Isn't it 2,000 or is it 1,000?
Maybe 1,000. I think they said 1,500.
Oh, okay. Because at the beginning of the week, I thought there was 2,000 left, but I don't know.
And somebody in the chat just said DAZN's numbers are terrible. I would love to know how you know that. DAZN just wiped away 93% of their debt this year. So DAZN's doing pretty well.
Well, they said they have 4 million subscribers worldwide.
Yeah,
that's not bad. I mean,
it's not bad. That's not bad at $20 a pop. No,
but this is the contradiction. And again, I hate going back and forth and doing tit for tat, but
sure,
it's all relevant. It's all relevant. So Eddie Hearn comes out and he's like saying Wilder's numbers are trash, right? But then he also comes out and says, well, AJ Ruiz isn't going to do better numbers than Wilder Brazil did.
Yeah, but it was on Fox.
No, it was on Showtime, Eric.
Oh, that's right. It was on but even still, I mean, Showtime has more subscribers than DAZN.
But
no question about that.
But they did themselves a disservice by putting that on Showtime because Showtime ratings aren't always the greatest. No. You know that. And there was a lot of competition that weekend, and the fight only went a minute and a half. They didn't have a chance to get the viewer. So I mean, I know under the circumstances, Wilder's numbers total were 1.1 million when you count the Showtime streaming app. So DAZN's a streaming app. So why would you not count the streaming app? Like the streaming app, it's still eyeballs to eyeballs, right? So what I'm trying to say to you is, why would you say someone's numbers are shit and then admit that you're going to do worse than them? So are your numbers going to be shit too when they come out? You see what I'm saying?
What the problem is with Eddie Hearn? You know what the problem is with Eddie Hearn? He does interviews each day.
I've been saying this.
And he goes both ways. You know what I mean?
He's just all over. He just fucking contradicts himself.
You're right. He's a walking contradiction. So you never know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of take him at his word at face value. And, I don't know, man.
Well, this is why it's so easy to criticize him, because he keeps giving you sound bites.
Al Heyman, I don't hear one peep.
Even Shelley Finkel doesn't really talk that much.
Shelley Finkel is the same way. You don't hear one peep out of him. You know what I mean? So, but that's good. That's how you should be. But
when has Deontay Wilder said, "Oh well, all the people at the Joshua fight are comped"? Like they don't say the same. Like right. I'm not saying both sides don't bullshit us. Both sides do. But Eddie Hearn just comes out with like real stupid things. Like he shouldn't even say the things he says. Like he just sounds stupid. And the problem is these naive sycophants that he has even after I play them the recording, saying the only way you can find that out is call the New York Tax Department, and they probably won't be able to give it to you anyways. And one of the first thing the lady said to me when I asked her about the numbers, oh well, we can't tell you everything. There's a lot of things that we won't be able to reveal to you about the numbers.
They were very. I was surprised how close-lipped they were.
They weren't. So if they're not gonna like how. And then people say, well, Eddie Hearn has connections. Why would a company who's in competition with him reveal that would be like Apple revealing their financial statements to fucking Samsung. Like, the stupidity of these comments that these people, well, he's got connections. Someone close to the event could have told him. Why would his competitor give him information that could hurt them? Why would they do that? Like, it's just ridiculous.
Chandler M in the chat says New York isn't anywhere close to sold out. There are tickets everywhere. Chandler M, go to Ticketmaster, and that will tell you how many tickets have been sold. I don't care how many tickets are being marketed, or StubHub, or people trying to sell tickets. I could care less.
But that's a scam. That's a scam that Eddie Hearn does. He has the tickets all. He has all the tickets bought, right? And then that big controversy out with StubHub that he has StubHub buy them all, and then he tries to resell them, and this still doesn't mean like the place itself will be sold out. Like
the place itself will be sold out. Bottom line is, and listen,
I don't know.
Look,
I'm not sure.
It's real simple. If I go to Ticketmaster and I can't find a ticket, it's sold out. That is a sold-out event.
But again, they're being resold.
I don't care about StubHub. I don't care about anything.
They're being resold.
We only do we talk about brass tacks.
That's correct. But
Ticketmaster is sold out. The event is sold out. You can always listen, an event is never really sold out. I can always find a ticket to any event.
Correct.
Everybody can always find a ticket to an event. But listen, it's considered sold out when all the tickets are gone. Not in the black market or the secondhand market or whatever they call it now.
That's correct.
The scalping. Correct. Once Ticketmaster, the place that sells the tickets, and they're gone, then they're gone. That's a sellout.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, money-wise, they're sold out. They got, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. They get the money.
Matters. Financially, else, and you know what? Everything else past that is speculation.
Exactly. That's financially, that's a win for them.
Yep.
That's fine. That's irrefutable.
Right.
That's irrefutable. But what I'm trying to tell you is, if they can't get rid of all the tickets from StubHub, you could have the appearance of certain areas being empty, right? In terms of just the visual.
Yeah, I'll be. Listen. I mean, that's true. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So,
and you have a block of 500 tickets.
Yeah. So the appearance, I think it's going to be pretty much close to sold. I think what's going to happen is, at the very least, I think you'll have about 17 to 18,000 people there. I'm not 100% sure all 19,000 people will be in that arena.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think, again, man, if it's a sellout, it's sold out to me anyway. And like I said, anything else is speculation. And you could say, I mean, listen, we don't. Why the seats aren't filled, I don't know. But all I know is it was a sellout. That was it, and that's all we can really go on.
Yeah.
When you call the New York State Athletic Commission, they're going to tell you what the fight sold out, or the fight was 50 short of the sellout, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But us speculating on StubHub.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm
buying tickets
if I'm a promoter and I can get StubHub to buy all my tickets, I'm doing it too.
Why not?
I'm doing it too.
Why would you? Okay, look, I'm a promoter, and my job is to sell tickets. I've got a buyer over here. Let's sell them the tickets. Why not?
I don't care who's buying them.
I don't care who's buying. Nobody cares who's buying. Listen,
No.
I don't care if I sell all the tickets and there's nobody in the seats.
But
Tickets
this
are
is
sold.
But this is the thing. Eddie Hearn will turn around and say, well, look how many empty seats are at Wilder's fight. He's the one that's
anyway, and Wilder
he's
the same. I mean, who cares? I mean, that's what this is, a little game they're playing.
Yeah, that's true, Dale. You're 100% correct. That's what we just we were just alluding to, and that's what it's all about. But that's what That's what what's his name? Frank Warren always criticizes Eddie about. He says like he has a scam going with StubHub. But you know what? It's legal.
So what is the scam here? What exactly is this scam that everybody speaks of?
Well, he basically sells them to StubHub supposedly at a discounted rate, so he can get the resale too. You know what I'm saying? Because they still have to. So StubHub still has to give them a portion of the ticket too. You know what I mean? The sale, so he can double dip.
So what is? I mean, so what? That's. I mean, it's illegal. I don't know. I mean,
it's not illegal, but it's. Frank Warren says it's unethical. But again, who gives a fuck?
Frank Warren says it's unethical. Listen, I don't care about Eddie Hearn or Frank Warren or Al Heyman or any of those. Listen, look, that's like the most unethical thing they do in boxing. I mean, that sounds pretty tame to me.
And people are saying proof be. I don't have proof. I'm saying that's what Frank. This is what you guys, again, you don't listen.
Yeah.
I said this is what Frank Warren has accused him of. And actually it's been mentioned in articles. I don't have proof. I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong. This how fucking you guys frustrate the fuck out of me. Didn't I just say that I would do the same thing if I was him, Eric? Did you hear me say it?
Yeah.
I'm giving him credit. That's smart business. I'm not criticizing it. I'm not criticizing it. Anyone that does it, I'm giving them props for doing it. I'm real. I'm fucking not fucking fake. I'm real. I tell you the truth. If I could do it, I would do it too. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying, I'm just calling it for what it is.
Chandler M says that if he was really that popular, he would be, he would just sell out and you wouldn't need to do that. Listen, if you're getting more money per ticket, which in that sense you would be, why not do that? Who cares?
You're not scamming the fighter because StubHub has to give a percentage of the sale.
Right.
So you're basically double dipping, which is great. I'm not against it.
Yeah. Okay.
I never called Eddie Hearn stupid. Have I ever put the word stupid in front of Eddie Hearn? Ever. Never. I said he's a liar. That's all I said.
Joshua's being milked by the white man. What? What are you even talking about, son?
No, he's being sarcastic. He loves Joshua. So, like I said, I'm not criticizing it. I'm just calling it. I'm giving him credit for being smart.
Yeah, Eric Rosa says, make a video titled "Al Heyman lied to Gary Russell and other fighters." And
we don't have any Al Heyman quotes. He doesn't go in front of the camera.
That's the thing, man.
How the fuck can you make a video about Al Heyman? You can't. He doesn't give us anything.
He gives us zero. And you know what? That's smart business. It is. And he lets I don't even know if he's behind. I mean, I'm sure, everything gets run by him first. But, he's a smart guy. He's a smart businessman, Heyman. And he knows how to conduct it. This isn't his first time in the celebrity rodeo,
Eric,
he knows what he's doing, man.
All these guys at this level, Bob Arum, fucking Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn. I don't even want to say Oscar De La Hoya because he's got a lot of people behind him doing the work for him. But that in itself is intelligence if you surround yourself with people that can help you out. Because he had all these Heyman fighters, and he didn't have any of them under contract. And he didn't even know he didn't have any of them in contract. So I don't even want to really put him in the same group. But all these guys at this level, they're not dumb people. None of them are dumb. We can sit here and say, criticize them all we want, but we can't say that they're dumb. Bob Arum is not a stupid person.
No.
He was a fucking district attorney for the federal government. He's not a stupid person.
How long has he been in the game? You know what
I'm saying?
I mean, seriously.
Eddie Hearn's not a stupid person.
He grew up around this business.
Yeah.
They're all way smarter than I am. Put it that way. When it comes to the business of boxing, for sure. But yeah, man, I don't know. Him selling the stuff, who cares? Again, I don't think anybody really cares about that. And Chandler M says, yeah, he sells 80,000. Not hard to do when tickets are $50 to $75. Listen, I tell you what. How much were tickets for that Canelo fight? That didn't sell out Dallas or the Errol Spence fight. It didn't sell out Dallas Stadium.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
how much
harder to do than you think it is. I'm sure.
Yeah, how much were the tickets for that Spence fight? Were they expensive?
No, they were. I mean, you could get. I thought you could get cheap ones for right around $80 or something like that.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
I thought so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, crazy expensive to a Canelo fight. Yeah, it's true. They way overcharge it. Tony Ayo says 3 shows in one day is kind of overkill. Well, we had lots to report. Guys.
Wow, Reese Mack is kicking in with a super chat. Oh my God, I'm shocked. Man.
He said the most we got out of Al Heyman is the backstage video of him hugging Mayweather after the McGregor fight, saying it was like seeing the missing link. Yeah. He's right. But that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I can't say anything bad about Al Heyman.
No. What can you? I mean, he doesn't give you any. The only thing people can really criticize Al Heyman for is that they can criticize that his fighters don't stay busy. But we can counter that and say, hey, listen, it's the fighter's choice, not necessarily Al Heyman's choice.
Well,
now we've heard contradictions to that.
Yeah.
If you listen to like a Gary Russell or you listen to, he's very frustrated right now. But again, man, maybe it's the fights you're demanding. Maybe he can keep you busy, but not with that fight. Maybe you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is what I said way back when we would be having these PBC debates, and I would say, he's got 200 fighters, and people say, well, no one really says anything bad. Everyone's happy. I said, over time, he's not going to be able to keep all 200 of those fighters happy. Like, some of the fighters are going to leave. Danny Jacobs left. I think Yaroslav Lara left for a while. Vanes Martirosyan ended up leaving. I think he was with them for a while. He ended up leaving. Gary Russell's not happy right now. So, I mean, you can't make everybody happy. But if you look at Al Heyman's track record, you could argue that about 95%, 97% of his athletes have positive things to say about him, and they're happy. So, at the end of the day, in terms of being, having a satisfactory relationship with his clients, I think he's probably the highest percentage out of anybody in the sport. So,
again, it's how many fighters has he got on his roster? It's hard to make each one of them happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're gonna have people. Jason, no, Blog Talk's not on. No calls tonight, guys. We're just doing a rant video. Eric, how do I do that? Okay, Chandler M wants to call in. He said he wanted to call in or get online. So on Sundays, always we have a Blog Talk, and you can call in there, and I can give you the number here. Just give me 1 second here. You can call in there at 323-870-3857, but you can only do this on Sunday, okay? So when you just go ahead and call in Sunday, and then you can talk to us. We'll let you run with all your thoughts and all that other good stuff. Raphael Dawkins says, mentioned Skype again. I know. Let me know when you got Skype back out. We will, man. We are definitely we're trying, man. We're trying. It's elusive for sure.
Yeah, I don't. Does he still have Danny Jacobs? Well, Danny Jacobs isn't on the PBC shows anymore.
Isn't he still the manager?
I think I'm not sure. I'm hearing mixed things. Some people say he is, some people say he isn't. He doesn't mention him anymore. So
I wonder if he's still. I mean, I'm sure he's still got a relationship with him, though.
He must. I mean, I don't think. I would like. I can't imagine them falling out. Maybe he just.
Yeah, I can't either.
Oh, he did. Jesse Vargas thanked Al Heyman on the zone. So, Jason, is Danny Jacobs still with Al Heyman? Do you know? Oh, Amir still shouting him out too. So that's the thing about Al Heyman too. Like he has no problem letting his fighters fight on other platforms. So everybody keeps saying that he doesn't want to do business with them and this and that, but
Yeah, I remember that where Jacob's manager said he discussed his own deal with Al Heyman. I remember that, but I thought that Hearn was now his promoter, but Al Heyman was still his manager, or he was somehow involved in that.
Pretty much.
Heyman is Jolo says Heyman is his advisor, Eddie's his promoter. That's what I thought.
I mean, that's what I think, but I'm not sure if he left, if he still works with him. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either.
I'm not sure if he's still the advisor. I don't know.
Yeah, Jason says he is, but again, I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, we know Hearn is his promoter, but is also a manager or advisor or whatever you want to call him. So
yeah, Hearn's definitely the promoter. We know that.
Yeah. So there you go. PBC promoted Canelo Jacobs. Yeah. Craziness. All right. So, yeah, any final words on this whole Wilder thing, Beeb?
Well, like I said, people think
it's a lousy fight.
Yeah, people are sitting here thinking that everything Deontay Wilder does, I'm gonna be on board with it, and I'm just not. I'm not happy with the fight. I'm not excited. The thing is this: if you're not gonna fight Fury, well, you can't fight Fury because Fury doesn't want to fight him either. So if the Fury fight can't happen, the Joshua fight can't happen. To be perfectly honest with you, if he can't fight, and I've said this before, if he can't fight Joshua or Fury, the only guy I'd really like to see him in there with is Dillian White. That's a fresh face, you know what I mean? I'd love to see him in there with Dillian White, another big puncher like himself. That's the only other fight that I really would be interested in outside of Fury or Joshua.
Do you think that Joshua or Dillian White is going to fight Fury?
No.
You think that fight comes off? You don't think that fight comes off?
No, I don't. I don't think it's going to come off. I think Bob Arum will talk him out of it.
Wilder versus Ortiz is the best fight in the heavyweight division. Come on, man. Even you don't believe that.
That's in your mind.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
he says, why won't AJ fight Fury? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I don't think he's interested in Fury. I think he wants Wilder. I think that's the fight he's trying to make.
I agree with Chandler M. I think Wilder Ortiz is going to be a short fight for Wilder. I think Wilder does much better in the rematches, and Ortiz, again, he's gotten worse. So,
yeah, I think so too. I mean, just look at him. I mean, he looks a ton worse than he did, and again, I mean, he's not going to get better. He's going to slow down.
Yeah,
that fight, and I agree with Chandler M 100%. That fight is inside of 6. That fight ain't going nowhere.
That fight ain't going to go long. I just don't see it. I'm not crazy about the fight.
No, I'm not either. Who's a better fight, though? Jason says Wilder Ortiz is the best fight on the schedule in the heavyweight division. It's on schedule. It's like May, dude. Who's better, AJ versus Pulev? No, I mean, do you think AJ Ruiz is a better fight?
Then Wilder.
Much better.
Well, this is the thing, Eric. We don't know how Ruiz is going to do, but we kind of have a gauge of what Ortiz is going to do.
Right, that's true. We kind of know how Ortiz is going to do.
We saw the best possible Ortiz against maybe not the best Wilder.
Yeah.
And Wilder still knocked him out.
Yeah, Wilder, you're right. Wilder Ortiz was a good fight. Wilder Ortiz, the first fight, was a good fight. I'll give you that. It was. It was a really good fight. Ortiz almost stopped Wilder. Yeah, I wouldn't go that crazy. And he did stun him. And, he did, like I said, man, he did stun him and everything like that. And it was a good fight. That being said, man, Ortiz ran out of gas in like the 7th round. In like the 7th or 8th. Or what do you think he's going to improve his cardio at 50 years old now? No.
Yeah. He was gassed out. He was gassed out after 7 rounds, right? Like you said. So.
But here's my thing is like he comes back with Bob Arum gave us Manny versus Bradley 3 times on pay-per-view, guys. This is not bad. Yeah, that sucks too. But what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
This is the problem. Again, I had this argument with someone else. This is where the whataboutisms don't solve the problem.
Right.
So, Jason, if you had a son, came home and lied to you, and you weren't happy about him lying to you, but then your son turns around and says, well, why does it matter I lied to you? All my friends lie to their parents too.
Yeah.
So because all his friends lie to their parents, does that make it right? Like, so you in your mind, if someone does something wrong, it's okay because someone else did it, and like that's like how you justify things. Like it does, like you still don't like really prove the point that you're right or it's right what's being done. Your answer for everything is, well, what about what the other guy did?
Right, and
that's not a good argument.
No,
that's not a good argument because you justify inappropriate behavior with other people's inappropriate behavior.
Right, and you're still saying your guy is jacked up. So well, yeah, he's given us a bad fight, but what about Aram? He gave us a bad fight too. Yeah, we get that. But it doesn't make this any less of a bad fight.
So how are we going to break the wheel, as Daenerys would say? How are we going to break the wheel? So it's okay for someone to put on a bad fight just because someone else has put on a bad fight. Is that the message? I mean, stop with the whataboutisms.
Yeah.
Because so I'm supposed to pretend I'm excited for the fight because you want me to be excited for the fight.
Listen, he's going to be excited because he's like a PBC guy. If this fight, let me tell you what, if this was a top ranked fight, I'm
not excited about the fight.
He'd be dumping all over it.
This fight will not go past 6 rounds. It's another easy knockout. That's what it is.
Joel said it's like Eric and Bieber talking to a small child.
Well, why are you yelling at me? What about him? He did it too. It's like, you're so immature. Like, how old are you?
Coach C says the problem is Hearn is AJ's promoter and manager, and he's making money and being greedy. I don't know that he is. I don't know that he is his manager. I think that's illegal.
Coach C, he was afraid. That's why he didn't put the blog talk on tonight. He knew you were going to give him the work, Coach C. He knew you were going to put them hands on him.
Coach C from Fantasyland.
He was telling me before the show, Coach C, don't make me turn the blog talk on. I can't take another Coach C. I can't take another Coach C beating.
You think?
I can't take another Coach C beating again.
I can't take another Coach C nonsensical call.
He couldn't take it, Coach C. I wanted him to turn the blog talk on. I begged him. Lois begged him. He just wouldn't do it.
Lois, your blow-up doll, Lois.
Enough! We were begging him to turn it on. He wouldn't do it.
You know what? Would be awesome if you changed Lois's name to Daenerys or something like that.
Leave her alone. She is not a character.
No, of course not. No.
I told him, Coach. He wouldn't do it.
Once the show's on, we can't turn the calls on.
He was pissing himself over there.
That's what I was doing. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Think he wanted to deal with you again?
Why aren't you guys bashing AJ for not fighting Fury? This guy doesn't quit. What does it matter? He was supposed to listen. He was supposed to fight Big Baby. All right. I mean, what do we?
Didn't we say if he was going to fight Dillian White again, we both didn't like that fight? Didn't we both say that?
Yep, that's right.
Didn't we both say that? Why do we need a rematch?
Fury did beat Wilder.
Now here again, once again, more whataboutisms.
Yeah.
You're still not proving the point that this is a good fight.
Yeah, I would love Fury versus AJ. Right now, AJ's booked for Saturday. Fury's booked for 2 weeks from now.
Ben G says he disagrees with me. He does think that Fury will fight and beat White. I hope you're right. I think if he does fight White, he'll beat him. But I think I think he's going to be advised to not take the fight.
I don't know why though.
And if AJ fights White again, I will say the same thing about that fight that I'm thinking. Why do fighters get rematches after being knocked out?
He says Matthew Macklin said it today. AJ versus White 2 is next. Since when is Matthew Macklin a promoter? I thought he was
He's a manager. They do a little bit of promoting, but he's primarily a manager.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
But Matthew Macklin, like, he's not an authority on AJ
No.
or he's not in their camps. That's an opinion.
Right.
Okay, so I think
That's the
AJ.
thing with these videos. That's the thing that's so crazy about these videos, and they interview people and stuff like that, and they give an opinion, and people like Jason can't really decipher what's fact and what's not,
So
and he
naive, bro.
runs with it,
He
and he
never
doesn't
learned. He
like it.
never learned. He never learned. Like after that whole Miller situation, when we told him the fight was going to happen with AJ, and
Right.
he
He doesn't learn.
and and we got it. Like it was confirmed out of his own mouth that he was made an offer and he was going to accept it. He said it on the and he still denied it. Like it's like you're just going to believe what you want to believe. That's what you want to do.
Right.
If like someone told you something and you really wanted to believe it, you would believe it. If someone told you something you didn't want to believe it, you wouldn't believe it.
And Coach C said the Wilder Ortiz fight was is a fight that can be made, so they made it. Simple. Yeah. Duh. Of course they can get made because, they're both in the same camp. It's an easy fight to make. Yeah. But our point is you probably should have waited until Saturday to see what happens. What if, you probably should have waited until Saturday to see what happens. And then
Okay.
from there, you can negotiate and see, possibly,
Okay.
Macklin's Eddie's best friend. What are you stalking him?
Reese Mack made a point in the chat. It's a pretty decent point. They get a rematch after getting KO'd, usually because the fight overall was exciting and the fighter put up a good fight in defeat. How many rounds did White win in his fight with Joshua while it lasted? I gave him one. I gave him probably even the round that he hurt Joshua. You could argue that Joshua won that round because it happened at the end. Now, in saying what you said, which is a valid argument, let me ask you. I'm going to turn it around and ask you: would you pick White to beat Joshua, and would you pick Ortiz to beat Wilder?
Right.
Now, in White's defense, he got better. Ortiz probably didn't. So we already know, we already know that both fights are going to end in knockouts, and Joshua's going to knock out White again, and Wilder's going to knock out Ortiz again. So it's like we already know the outcome of the fight. That's why. I don't care if it's exciting or not. It's like watching an action movie 3 times. It's still an action movie each time you watch it, but after the second or third time, you already know what the ending is going to be, so it's not as exciting anymore, right?
Jason says that Ortiz won way more rounds. Well, yes and no. Number one is that for whatever reason he was behind on the scorecards at the time of the knockout, which
I had Ortiz. I had
Ortiz winning that fight too. But that being said, he was gassed around the 7th round.
Yeah, and that's the thing too.
Again, what do you
so
think?
We
He's
know
going to be in better shape this time?
He was in his last fight. He was even moving at a slower pace than normal, and then we saw him in the ring the other night, and he looked heavy. So if he's going to gas being in the best shape of his life, how's he going to not gas possibly not being as close to the same shape he was in the first fight, in the second fight? It's going to be worse for him.
Yeah, look, he couldn't. He didn't want to fight Joshua. I didn't see Ortiz racing to fight Joshua, which he very well could have.
Are we going to get a better Ortiz in the Wilder rematch than we got in the first fight? I don't think so.
I don't either. I don't understand. He says Wilder has heart. Yeah, nobody's arguing with that.
When Eric's with you, you talk more sense.
I bring that out in people.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment. That's the only good thing I'm gonna get out of him, anyways.
Most fighters are gassed by 7, dude. No, they're not. They're tired at round 7, but they can't go on. Fury wasn't gassed in round 7. No, he wasn't.
No. Fury's got a gas tank from fucking.
If he was gassed in round 7, he wouldn't have got up in round 12. Put it that way.
Yeah, no way.
He was in good shape, man.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean that. I don't know if there's people out there that like the fight. I'm not going to tell you to not like the fight because I don't like the fight.
I'm just telling you I don't like the fight.
I'm just telling you I don't like the. I'm not crazy about the fight. I'm not excited. I'm telling you I'll watch it, but I'm not excited about it. I'm just not.
How degenerates are we? How big of degenerates are we that we're willing to pay for this, and we don't even like it. We will tell you, hey, this fight sucks, and I will still put it on my TV because I am a junkie.
That just shows you the 12-step programs don't work.
It don't work.
They don't work.
It doesn't work.
I went to my therapist the other day. I said, I can't stop buying pay-per-views. What can you do to help me? So get another hobby. I can only go to the gym 6 days a week. What about on at night when I'm rested? I have to do something.
Right. Got to do something, man.
Go ahead and do that. I said I already do that. So I mean, what else can I do now? So the 12-step program didn't help me. I'm a degenerate.
Jason wants to know how many punches does Fury throw? I don't know. I don't know. Tell me. I don't know.
Again, you don't have to like him. I like him. A lot of people don't like his style. I like the guy. I think it's amazing to see a 6'9" guy slip punches the way he slip punches. I like it. I like watching him fight.
Amazing fighter. Jason wants to discuss the Manny versus Thurman card. Caleb Plant, our boy Caleb Plant. We're trying to run him down. Caleb Plant will be fighting Mike Lee on that card. Listen, man, Mike Lee is a marketer's dream. He's got a business degree from Notre Dame. He's 21-0, was on the Subway commercials with Beeb's boy Jared. Listen, man, he's got it all going for him. But there's no way he's getting past Caleb Plant, man. No way. Yeah, Mike Lee, the Notre Dame football player. Did he play football? I guess he did. Yeah, he sure did. I believe he did, yeah. Manny versus Thurman is the best of the... Shut up. Now, see, I was going to talk about the whole card, and now you just ruined it.
See,
Thurman was the best card of the decade.
He says the best card of the decade?
That's what he says. Moron.
How does he know what the best card of the decade is? He doesn't even watch fucking anything that's not PBC, so how does he know? Watches like two fights a month.
And I was actually gonna like expand on it and actually go into the card and everything, but now no way, man. Come on, don't be stupid. Yeah, Mike Lee is a businessman. Yeah, he's got a business degree. He's got a bachelor's in business.
I like that. I really like that Ugas versus Omar Jr. fight. It's a solid card, Pat.
I like the Neri Payano fight.
It's a real solid.
That's good. That's a good fight.
It's definitely the best undercard of this year.
It's the best of the decade. What are you talking about, Beeb? Come on. It's the best of the decade.
People should boycott Wilder fights till he fights Wilder. Joshua, stop with doing it. Yeah, that's never gonna happen, bro.
People should what? Boycott the Wilder fights?
That's not gonna happen, bro. Enough with the boycotts, please.
When is AJ fighting Fury? I don't know. You'll have to ask his. He's got to fight Ruiz first. So clearly they're not going to have step B before they get past step A.
See, you got H Money here too, man. He would have been great to hear him on the line. We got to turn the phones on Friday, man. We need the phones Friday.
I need the phones on Friday. Why is it every time I don't put up the phones, everybody wants to call in? When I put up the phones,
I told you that. I already told you that. We had like 6 calls already.
I don't care. I'm good with it. I'm at peace with it. H Money, I'm the best caller. Listen, man, Dogman's good.
He's one of the best callers,
man. Hey, and that Devin Haney, man, he was the one. He was really high on Devin Haney, man, and I tell you what, he didn't disappoint. He looked amazing.
Yeah.
Eric was smart. Coach C says Eric was smart not to turn them calls on, ducking all this smoke just like AJ.
Coach C was gonna light you up, man.
Coach C.
We would have to stop, drop, and roll. Coach C would have lit you up, man. Would have lit you up. And he said H Money is the zone mascot. And like, why do people like him like call other people names when we could easily say you're the PBC mascot? Like, right. You criticize someone else for doing the same thing you do, but on the other side. It's like, stop.
He's calling Devin Haney the next Floyd Mayweather, man. I tell you what, he looks good. Dude. I don't know if he's the next to anybody. He may just be the first Devin Haney, but he looks really, really good. I'll tell you that. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Champ Life Boxing. Hit that like button.
Smash that like button.
That's it. PBC is for sale. Yeah, that's so. What Steve Kim revealed to us, man. Steve Kim revealed that to us that PBC may be for sale and may be sale to WME.
Yeah.
So, and WME is the same guy that owns the UFC, same group that owns the UFC. How about that, man?
Look at Loma King in the chat with the zone, smashing the zone.
Look at that. Insane.
The zone.
Robbie texted me today. Just hear me out.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. Let me see if I can grab this text and I'll give you the gist of it here. He says there's a British radio station that covers sports, and it's like a sports station. I imagine it's on Sirius or something to that effect. And they don't cover a lot of boxing unless it's AJ. And they've been advertising that they're going to cover the fight. But he wants to know what time, like what time the fight. He wanted basically to know what time the fight was on and everything like that. But I just find it odd, like you're going to listen to the fight on the radio. Like,
Robbie's fucking
1920.
Robbie's a fucking he's a character, man.
Like Joe Louis is boxing on the radio back in the 50s, and it's like what?
I can't figure that fucking kid out for the life of me, man.
What are you doing, bro? Dude, you got a TV. Just put it on that.
I just don't fucking understand.
Am I wrong in saying that it's the same thing as purchasing Showtime?
That's what my friend Chris Carlson was trying to tell me. Like he's like it's the same. People think like the zone is like not like they act like the zone's for free, but it's a subscription based product, just like Showtime's a subscription based product.
Wait, that's the thing. He's got Sirius. Sirius is the same exact thing.
You don't fucking get it.
It's the same thing, right? Am I wrong? It's the same thing, right?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, I just can't figure the kid out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, for him to say, like, well, he's going to listen to it on the radio. Dude, why?
He's out of control.
It's completely out of control. Just watch it.
He's fucking out of control.
He says he can use my $5 super chat to help give Robbie. We've offered to get him a Fire Stick, man. We've offered all this stuff here.
Everybody chip in right now in the super chat. We're gonna buy Robbie a fucking Chromecast. everyone throwing $1.
Every throwing $1. We'll buy
the 30 people in the chat. Everyone throws in $1. We can buy Robbie a Chromecast.
There you go. Ben G says, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds good on radio.
But it looks better on fucking television.
Robbie won't use it. It does, man. And DAZN's, listen, those are, it's good, man. Robbie is
again calling names again.
Yeah. He can't help himself.
Always got to attack. Can't talk like a logical person. Always got a name call like a little 3-year-old. Eric.
Eric. Breaking news that Gary Russell signs with DAZN. Is that right? That ain't right, is it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen.
I wouldn't either. He was. Was it last week he was supposed to be at that fight?
I don't see how it's going to get him the fucking. What was it? The Leo Santa Cruz fight.
No, I definitely won't get him the Leo Santa Cruz.
It ain't going to help him. He said, look it up.
Yeah, we're looking it up. I don't see it's on.
Loma King.
Where'd you hear this at? Where'd you hear this at? See, this is why Jason gets blocked and all this other stuff. I mean, why? You always got to call people names.
Once again, when you continue to do something that got you in trouble,
yeah,
then you're not learning from your mistakes.
No, not at all.
Continues to do, and then he's like, oh, everyone's just. It's like walking up to someone and spitting in their face, and the guys get mad at you for doing it, and then you call them a snowflake. It's right. Like, dude, like. People aren't gonna. You think people are just gonna sit there and take your shit time after time after time? Like everyone's got a breaking point. Like you're just fucking irritating, bro.
Yeah, I don't see anything about Gary Russell at all.
I guess
So
Hearn said they're gonna talk.
I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that too. And I tell you
heard,
what, it would not surprise me.
yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if he did. But yeah, I'm not seeing any news on that. So I imagine if you did hear it, it's probably just speculation.
I wouldn't mind it.
No, I don't mind it either. I think he wants to be more active. I believe he wants to be more active. And you know what? Good for him.
That's his new word, snowflake.
Snowflake. Oh, that's like, nice. Jason learned a new word.
That's so corny, calling people snowflakes. Like, what do you watch? Fox News?
Of course he does.
That's a Fox News word. That's what they call it. That's what they call liberal. And he's a liberal too.
Champ Life has just said Ruiz is going to smash AJ and not give him a rematch. Champ Life, let's bet. Let's do a pie bet, son. Let's do it.
Stop it.
Come on, man. Let's do a pie bet.
Cut it out, bro.
Huh?
Cut it out.
Come on, man.
Stop looking for these freaking cheap wins.
Hey, a win's a win, a win. Gary Russell Jr. was at the Devin Haney fight. Yeah, right. We know that, but that doesn't mean he signed with DAZN. Ruiz got Mexican style. Yeah, he does. He's gonna get murked.
Who wants to chip into the Robbie Chromecast fund?
What does it say? Yo, instead of calling in, you should video chat with me and get all professional with it. That's right. We should get professional with Chandler M. Does he have a YouTube channel? Chandler, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, he does. You have to have a YouTube channel to be in the chat.
No, I mean one where he actually uploads videos and stuff.
Does he make videos? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he makes videos.
Eric cherry picking the pie bets.
Sure.
Okay. So if Jason, that's great. So Champ Life just came back and says if Ruiz wins, Jason gets the wrench. If AJ wins, Jason gets banned for life. I am down with that.
Jason loves Champ Life, right? He rides Champ Life like he's like
Champ Life block him.
And Champ Life blocked him, but he still loves Champ Life. That's hilarious. He blocked him on Twitter. I think he blocked him on his YouTube channel too.
He did. Well, I can't imagine why.
Because Champ Life, like he has his own views, and Jason's kind of talking shit to Champ Life for believing in something, and Champ Life had to block him.
All my free time goes to boxing and kids. Name my son after Evander Holyfield. Very good, man. Very good. Hey, and I tell you what, I feel your pain, man. That's where all my free time goes to. So yeah, for sure. But it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Not a bad thing.
Not at all.
That's a good thing. Only sheep think pay-per-view is the future.
I tell you what, man, I would love to see pay-per-view go by the wayside. I really would. Wouldn't you though?
Would I want to see it go? Yeah.
Think about it. For like a DAZN membership, for DAZN and ESPN, what is that? Over 2 fights. If you buy 2 pay-per-view fights, you've already made your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's hard to envision DAZN ever being as expensive as pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be
$8 a month. If you pay once, it's $8 a month.
Yeah, it'll probably go up again, but how much more will it go up? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know that. Salute to the B and Mr. Pragmatic. This Ortiz fight is the only one that only makes me nervous.
Fanboy Killer, salute. Loma King, salute. South Croy, salute. JC, salute. Nelson Santos, salute. Dogman, salute. JC, salute. Fanboy, salute. Champ Life, salute. And I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And how old is a Cuban gorilla? I'm telling you, he's about 50 years old. I don't care what they bill him as. He's about 50.
36 people watching and only 19 likes. Come on, man.
Yeah, how dare you.
Hit the like button, guys. Come on.
Guys. We don't ask for much. Just world peace.
Everybody in that chat right now, hit the like button before they go, please.
Uncle Ortiz is 60. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ben G, he liked it. All right, there we go.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, guys. Friday, we got the AJ weigh-in, so we should be good there. We should be rolling there, and then we're gonna do the fight. We'll do a pre-fight or whatever. I guess the fight cast on Saturday with AJ. So
Saturday we're gonna be commentating the fight. It's gonna be B. Bernstein and Eric Farhood.
that's me. I'm your unofficial official.
And we're gonna score the rounds.
I'll score the rounds. Yeah, I'll score the rounds.
And all that.
That's right. That's
all
right.
That. And all that. I love Malignaggi as an announcer, though.
Me too, but he's gone off the rails as of late. Your boy's gone off the rails, son.
Oh, what he's doing with Lobov, you mean?
Yeah, he's gone crazy.
Yeah. He's nuts.
The reservation.
He goes crazy sometimes when it comes to that shit.
Yeah. Mr. Pragmatic.
Why is he calling you pragmatic, man? You think I don't know.
It's a big word. I don't know what big words mean.
It means that you always do the right thing. Like you do the pragmatic thing. Like it's not about what's popular, what's not popular. You just do what's right. You know what I mean?
I mean, I didn't know what pragmatic meant. I'm just saying. I'm just being facetious.
I don't think you did. Anyone that shops at Publix, they don't know what pragmatic means.
Publix? There's no Publix. It's Publix. What are you talking about?
Anyone that shops there, forget it.
What's the matter with you?
No, I was watching Ruiz fight Parker, and he didn't look that physically that bad. Like he didn't look that heavy. Like the guy's not a body beautiful, but I think people go overboard with his physique.
He just doesn't look like the other boxers in the division. You know what I mean? I mean, he doesn't look like he doesn't look like Wilder. He doesn't look like when he gets on the scale. He doesn't look like your average boxer. But it doesn't mean he can't fight.
Joshua's like one of the most jacked boxers I've ever seen. Like, because he's like we had like Holyfield, we had Tyson, who else? We had Ken Norton.
Oh, all these guys was huge. Mike
Weaver, yeah. But let me ask you this: when have we ever seen that amount of definition and muscle mass on a 6'6" guy?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got Klitschko.
Klitschko is pretty jacked too, but like I think Joshua's like bigger than him physically. Like
he's a big
thick
dude. Yeah, Joshua's a big guy.
Joshua's like he's a fucking specimen, man.
Yeah,
he looks like a fucking.
I remember like Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver was big, but you look at guys like Larry Holmes. He was never like, you know, he wasn't like jacked to the gills or anything like that. But yeah, Benji says AJ looks like a bodybuilder. Yeah,
look at his legs. His legs are like shredded. Like every body part is shredded.
Yeah,
he looks like a bodybuilder, like Benji said.
Man. And there's not much fat on that guy either. And he's 6'6". He's 200 some odd pounds, 250 or whatever he weighs.
Like all the jacked guys we've seen in boxing, they were like 6'2", 6'3". He's fucking 6'6", guys.
That guy's a giant. That guy's a giant, son. So, all right, guys, we will catch you on Friday. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Take care, guys.